Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King. We are broadcasting live in our mobile studio in the Lakes Region, New Hampshire, in Center Harbor. Let's begin with our evening newscast right here on Good Evening, New Hampshire on the Riley King Network. We begin with breaking news. Biddeford superintendent resigns amid outcry over staff testimony supporting counselor. The Biddeford school superintendent resigned Friday in the wake of public outcry over the decision of some school staff members to supporting a former guidance counselor convicted of sexually assaulting a student. Former Exeter High School guidance counselor Christy Torbeck was sentenced to prison earlier this month after she pleaded guilty to sexually assaulting a 14-year-old student. The dean of students at Biddeford High School, where Torbeck worked before she was hired in Exeter, spoke in supporting of Torbeck at her sentencing hearing. The decision of the dean and more than a dozen other educators to support Torbeck drew outrage from parents. In a letter sent to the district Friday, Chip McGee announced he was resigning as superintendent. He said it would be difficult for him to lead the district because of circumstances that are beyond his control. Mike Fournier, the principal of Cleveland Intermediate School, has been named interim superintendent. The newfound school district is also feeling the fallout after a guidance counselor from that district spoke during Torbeck's sentencing. The superintendent in that district said the counselor's participation was surprise and officials are handling it as a personal matter. Now let's take a look at national news. In your national news, death row inmate who stomped infant's head asked to be executed. A Texas man on death row for stomping his 3-month-old boy to death by the Galveston Zoo all filed a motion this week asking a waive his appeals and fire his attorney, hoping to fast-track his path to the death chamber. And now let's take a look at your business news, and let's take a look and see how your stock market did for this evening. And here's how your stock market closed for this Friday. And we closed in the red. NASDAQ drops more than 1% as Intel and Twitter-led tech rout. Stocks fell on Friday as poor earnings from Intel and Twitter trumped a strong growth reading for the economic. And now let's take a look at your weather in New Hampshire. Your weather right now is overcast, 73 degrees. Your weather for tonight, fair skies, lows in the lower 60s. For tomorrow, partly sunny with an isolated shower possible, highs in the mid-80s. And for tomorrow night, partly cloudy, a stray shower or thunderstorm is possible, low 64 degrees, winds light and variable. And now let's take a look at sports. Donation Dash 5K highlights. A hot race still had 239 finishers. That is very good to hear. And here is what's trending tonight. Putin, 3.27 M tweets. Prime Day, hashtag Prime Day, got 115K tweets. Chris Wallace got 11.4K tweets. Hashtag Impeach Trump got 110K tweets. And Maria Bertine got 1223K tweets. That's what's trending this evening. And now let's take a look and see what's events happening in New Hampshire this evening. And here's a list of the events happening in New Hampshire for this evening. And those are all your evenings happening in New Hampshire. And that does it for Good Evening New Hampshire right here on the Riley King Network, broadcasting live in our mobile studio in Center Harbor, New Hampshire in the Lakes region. I hope you all have a wonderful night. See you back here tomorrow with more news. Good night, everyone. Bye.